今僕らの前に描いてる風景が過去なら脆弱な静乱だった正しくあろうとした焦りと
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Invitational 2, the gauntlet where newbies, rookies, prospects, and hopefuls alike get to fight each other for a chance, for glory, for a chance to prove themselves as the next rising player in the 5WCPH scene. No teammates to back you up, no allies to sub in for you, it's just these players, one-on-one, mano-a-mano, looking to be the best. And it is our second match so far of the bracket. It is Ro16. We have our next two players looking to duke it out here in this, I believe, 6-star pool. AimlessFreak versus Lugim, our two new hopefuls scouted for the rainy scrims. Welcome to the match, everyone. Gabriel is joining you here in the commentators booth, joined here by a very good friend of mine. I'm sure all of you know him very, very well. I'm not a fancy lad, aka Mr. Lefaril. Welcome to the commentators booth, man.
What's up, Gabbers? What's up, everyone? Hope you're all excited for this match because this is one of many spicy matchups we got in the first round. A lot of the matchups we got from that Wheel of Fortune at the start of the tournament were very, very interesting. We already had one of them passed by earlier. It was Marklor against Lilin, and that went by 6-2 in favor of Marklor. So already we have one of those pretty cracked players down in the losers bracket, and the one in the winner's side of quarters. This time though we'll be seeing AimlessFreak against Lugim. Lugim picked up in rainy scrims in I think just 1 week. He played once in one match. So info in terms of skill sets for him is very scarce. AimlessFreak meanwhile has been playing since I think the second week of playing these scrims, and has played since then. Has played many maps, and honestly is one of, if not the best player coming out of that event. So some lots of eyes on him looking towards this tournament and into the future as well. So see how he does here in a 1v1 setting, seeing as he, like you said, he has no teammates. And you know, the first thing to look at is what he is going to ban. He does ban the speed first. You know, pretty expected. You know, Lugim does ban the hidden too. Despite being a hidden player, Lugim does not like those low AR maps, so I assume he'll pivot towards those hidden ones, and maybe normal ones as well later on. First pick will be going to AimlessFreak though, and it is the Nomad 6, the low AR map in the Nomad. So we'll be starting off with some slower ARs here for the first map of this match.
I think this is a pretty fair strategy for AimlessFreak to go start the match with. You mentioned his repertoire when it comes to the reading picks, and considering the ban format, Liugim is just unfortunately going to be forced to play this. AimlessFreak, I mean, I feel like ever since that 1 week of Rainy Scrims where he got a 940k on Machine Love HD, everyone is kind of looking forward to seeing him play reading from then on. Looking to be one of those very reliable low AR consistency players. So I think this is a very solid map for him to start off with. This map, very, very long, very, very consistent. 3 minutes of just density mechanics. Can really trip you up if you're not too careful. You could find some really, really nasty misses that can really tank your score. Consistency, accuracy, it is incredibly important on a map like this. And so far, while AimlessFreak does hold the FC, Liugim is still definitely fighting back with a much better accuracy of his own.
Yeah, we're getting to the first KI now though. Those jumps catch Liugim off guard. That perfect stack. He misreads and he breaks for it. AimlessFreak meanwhile continuing to prove that he is one of the best low AR players in the Philippine 5 that you're seeing right now. 95% still, but the FC is going intact. He's dropping a bit of act, but now he's at 40,000 lead over Liugim, and 1/3 of the map has already passed. And Lugim's gonna have to fight here for this Nomad 6 if he wants this first point away from AimlessFreak. But so far, almost halfway through this map, AimlessFreak is not giving him any chances at all. Not barely consistent in its reading, lots of perfect stacks, so assuming these players both have practiced one a decent bit at least. They both have similar accuracy, but right now it's the combo from AimlessFreak, that consistency from him. Here comes another Ki as the sliders come in as well. Those sliders are one of the harder parts of the map, honestly, and surprising that neither player has broken on them at all. Liugim's only been breaking on the perfect stack so far, well, more like the jumps really, but both players do very well after that, or into that Ki. They both hit that one, but Liugim misreads the slider. Here comes the slider part. Streams as well come in. You gotta watch out for those slider ends. AimlessFreak still going at it. Doesn't falter on these slack sliders, and still the FC Aether combo. 400,000 now. AimlessFreak still keeping the FC up.
This is just the performance that I feel like everyone has just been expecting from these guys on these kinds of picks, AimlessFreak, he's just looking to take it away. Very, very clean performance from him. Accuracy a bit contested, but he still hasn't found the miss. He still hasn't given Liugim any sort of a breathing room on this map. We're going into the roughest sliders of the map, but I feel like even if he misses, it's pretty much just over. He's looking to double Liugim's score. He's about to go past that 600k mark, and without the miss anywhere inside, I think all we're waiting for is just AimlessFreak to try and close up the FC and start off his match in style. 700k and still going. It's one more section of the map. The accuracy does falter a bit on the 1/3, but who cares, man? This guy is here to play. This guy is here to show why he is to be feared on low AR. It's an FC with 93 AC, baby, on Nomad 6.
Yeah, that is just a slight bit better than Marklor's score. Not up to par with the accuracy, but the FC is there. The consistency shows for the low AR for AimlessFreak. Liugim, not a bad score either, actually. But just, not a bad score. It's not enough against, AimlessFreak on the low AR. But now it's Liugim's time to strike back here. His first pick. Let's see what he goes for. He does go for the speed, so it seems like Liugim has been doing his research on his opponent.
Yeah, you mentioned that there isn't too much info on Liugim, but from what I can see, he's very, very solid in terms of the mechanics and the nomads, I think, which makes this a very, very solid matchup against AimlessFreak, because he can just leave the HDs open for him to pick, and then just go for the rest of the pool. The Nomad 1, Nomad 2, Nomad 5. The DTs, very, very good in my opinion. The high AR, those are some of AimlessFreak's weaknesses. The speed especially, and the high AR. So going for the Nomad 5 as his first pick to start things off is a really, really good choice for him to go for. It is a very difficult map considering it is a 6-star speed map coming in at 245 BPM bursts. This is one of those maps that, you can't really play properly unless you have the proper tapping repertoire under your belt. So I feel like we're gonna see a lot of struggles from AimlessFreak here. He did ban that DT2 for a reason. He's played some DT maps before and struggled on them immensely during the rainy scrims. Seems like Liu Gim is here to play. He's made sure to do his homework. So let's see what he has to show up for us here.
It's already 245 BPM here right at the start of this tournament. Keepable BPM for the Snowmode 5. You can already see AimlessFreak down in the accuracy, 95%, but still, still has his combo. So it's very possible here. He does trip up, but it doesn't seem like he will because he is at 98%. This map doesn't get any easier at all. There's slight break section after this part, but no one breaks though, and now it's fairly equal accuracy actually. It's only 6k to lead Lugim, so combos here will be something to watch out for. If anyone manages to slip up, Lugim, a bit less experience under his belt. You do see some shakes from him, so I could see some nerves coming out from Lugim actually, but both players still continuing up their combo. They drop some axe on those longer bursts, but they don't break at all.
No breaks just yet, but we're going back into the KI. This map can get real damn nasty with the burst. It's a very gatekeepable BPM, and we see the breaks from both players actually. And with the accuracy in favor of Liu Gim, still gonna stay over to his side. And with AimlessFreak losing his stamina, it's immediately shifting over to the blue side. Liu Gim just has to hold his consistency. It's the hardest part of the map. The bursts get really, really brutal on this section. The longer screens, AimlessFreak unable to hold. He's tried his best to combo game, but it is simply not enough as he collapses right before the break.
Yeah, that is what everyone, and especially Liu Gim, was expecting on this map. He put up a really good combo in the first half and just could not keep it up once the longer bursts started to come in the streams. The stamina for AimlessFreak just was not there, and it's his probably second weakest skill set right behind that low AR. So it is understandable, and Liu Gim will be taking this first point on the back of a very smart pick.
Yep. Liu Gim just looking to pick something that he knows his opponent isn't good on. Doesn't matter what sort of a reputation AimlessFreak has built up in the server, as Liu Gim still has some cards up his sleeve. And although that was a very random break coming in from his side, there's no combo from his adversary, unfortunately, to capitalize off of that. So doesn't really matter. 440k, maybe not the cleanest of plays, but at the very least, he will secure it. Solid accuracy, I have to give it to him. And that's a first point on the board for Liu Gim. Hang it up, meaning it's up to AimlessFreak to reply back with his second pick and maintain his score.
Yeah, with those opening picks though, you kind of see the flow in which the direction of picks we're gonna see here for both players. AimlessFreak is gonna have to lean towards those gimmickier maps, something that's away from the mechanic. He does go for the Nomad 4 into Liu Gim. More of these no mods, non-mechanics maps. This one, it's fairly normal tech. I think this is closer to light tech than normal tech actually. There's not much aim control on this one, so we could see Liu Gim putting up a fight on this. I don't think he's gapped on this at all, I would say.
Yeah, it's the lowest R. While I do think tech might be one of Liu Gim's weaker skill sets in terms of the no-mod maps, I think he still has a chance on this, considering it's a very short map, very simple. It's only the 6-star difficulty, lowest SR we're going to be seeing in the bracket. I'm sure he's fairly decent and comfortable enough on this map. It's very, very standard light tech, as you mentioned. It's classic, often Osu styled map, where it's just going to be some wild sliders mixed with a couple of maybe space triples or bursts here. Only comes in at 2 minutes, so any single bit of combo game is going to be instrumental. AimlessFreak, he did get panchoed, so yeah, it's a double FC so far at the start. And it's a double break now, right? As I mentioned that, so so far accuracy leads to AimlessFreak, meaning strategy working, not too bad, but it's not as steady advantage just yet. He needs more blood to spill, and there you go, another slider break from Lugium there.
It's gonna be the comfortability here. It's gonna be playing into AimlessFreak's, and it's doing a combo here right after Lugium's break as well. And Lugium's gonna have to play catch up for the rest of the map here. It's halfway through, and some of these patterns get very, very fast. Those splatter bursts as well, you can see them. Both players do hit them, so they can read those bursts. And you know, AimlessFreak does come out on top of that section. We're halfway through now. This map is on the shorter side on the pool. It's 2 minutes 10 seconds. So slowly we are running out of map. Lugium is gonna have to want to see a break here from AimlessFreak. And this map does not get any easier to see, as AimlessFreak is completely comfortable on these kinds of patterns. He's at 95.5% now, or sorry, 98.5% in terms of the accuracy, and he's still going with 600 combo. Is that an FC still? I actually don't know. Lugium still, no, it's not an FC, sorry. But Lugium 500 combo, he's actually doing very well, so it's still very much in range here with a little bit more left of the map. AimlessFreak breaks, and that's a huge catch for Lugium, but he does spray again. Just barely there. If he held on until the end, could have actually taken this away from AimlessFreak. And you know, that was a solid chance for Lugium. AimlessFreak did not seem as comfortable on this map.
Wait.
Whoa, what?
Wait!
What happened to AimlessFreak at the end there?
He stopped playing! What?
What in the world? Okay, that just barely flips to Lugium right at the end. This AimlessFreak manages to get 30 misses in like 5 seconds. What was that?
He tabbed out!
How do you tab out while playing? What?
That is
okay.
the throw of the century. Actual disaster class. Right when he had it. Okay, we talked about that map, you know, potentially being close just because of how simple it is, because of how short it is. And it was close, but AimlessFreak still had it in the bag, and it completely slipped and fell. Threw it away, butterfingered it off his hands, and then there you go, Lugium is up a breakpoint right before his second pick, before the second ban phase, and now he goes for the Nomad 2. Jesus Christ, that is an absolutely disastrous thing that happened here for your second pick, considering the format that we have here. You do not want to lose your first 2 picks at all, because, you know, giving your opponent an advantage right after that second ban phase where things are gonna get a lot dicey, where you're gonna be faced with skill sets that you're less comfortable or confident on. You know, it's a really bad disadvantage to have. Lugium looking to try and run away and just consolidate that. He goes for the Nomad 2, he goes for Herald of Aegir, the 196 BPM, low consistency. It's a lot more accessible compared to Nomad 5. So, AimlessFreak still has a chance on this. But still, I wouldn't count out Lugium on a map like this. It's Nomad mechanics, something I feel like is definitely quite solid on, so who knows. And there's the miss from AimlessFreak, right on nothing.
I'm afraid we're gonna see 3-1 here for Lugium. It's very likely, considering this is the next pick he goes right after for. We saw how dominant he was on that Nomad 5, and you know, AimlessFreak is actually well decent at the lower stars streams. This is on the more stamina heavy side, so we could see him slowly drop accuracy as the map continues to go on. This is on the longer side of the poll. It's 3.5 minutes, and Lugium has already caught up to his accuracy, assessing a bunch of these streams. And the first PI comes to a close. AimlessFreak is now with 300 combo down from Lugium's.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it could be a potential 3-1. Oh, it might actually be now, right as I was gonna talk about it. AimlessFreak just missed on those streams. Unfortunately, just couldn't hold his tapping and aim together. I was thinking, you know, if Lugium were to find a miss, there's still opportunities considering, you know, Nomad teams, there's such heavy combo game maps. And there, Lugium did find the miss, but AimlessFreak, he just couldn't find it in himself to find a combo to, you know, take advantage of that mistake from Lugium. And it seems like what I was gonna predict here is, you know, as the map goes on, his accuracy just got lower. It was in the same fashion as that Nomad 5. In that Nomad 5, AimlessFreak actually had the accuracy lead, and then he lost it right in the later parts because of just the stamina, unable to hold it out. So far, it seems to be the same story, but you know, it's a lot more accessible for AimlessFreak, so maybe this combo might actually be able to do something with Lugium finding those misses on this KI.
Yeah, it's scary. Both players are still very comfortable. No one's lost stamina completely yet. AimlessFreak so far, I think, has just tripped up on the finger control a little bit because this map has a lot of stopping bursts and triples. And here comes a bit more triples as well. No one seemed to break on them. We're equal accuracy now, just a little bit in favor of Lugium, and that's 100,000 score is now gone for him, as AimlessFreak does build up a pretty big combo now within striking distance of Lugium's score. Here comes some longer streams once more. Lugium trying to hold on to this lead, but slowly crawling towards AimlessFreak as he is approaching 1,000 combo. The map is starting to come to a close now, and that's one of the more space streams in this map. And AimlessFreak breaks right after it, and Lugium comes out on top, and it's now 40,000, very much solidified in Lugium's lead. And well, yeah, we're seeing 3-1 here in favor of Lugium. It's the second ban phase right after this.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like the prediction was right, but you know, fairly contested, a solid effort from AimlessFreak there. But yeah, losing that Nomad 4 was just a disaster from him, and now gonna have to go through the next couple of maps with a disadvantage of being down 2 points. So I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. There's still a lot of things that could happen at this SR, especially. It's gonna come down to which player just plays better on the other skill sets, which player just has better depth on the other skill sets. So next set of bans, I'm actually surprised to see Lugium going for that HR2 ban. I was thinking maybe he'd want to abuse the HRs eventually against AimlessFreak. Seems like he's not too fond of the precision, so not too sure if AimlessFreak is actually really good at that skill set, but seems like he just doesn't want to play that map. So pretty fair, the precision of that map, the spacing, really tough. AimlessFreak, I'm expecting to see a DT ban from him, just get rid of one of those high AR or maybe the tapping test on that DT3. And then we'll probably see the skirmish continuing on those HDs on the HRs, most especially the aim, which I think Lugium is gonna try and moving towards on. AimlessFreak, meanwhile, I'll go HD3 Nomad 3 eventually. AimlessFreak instead bans HR1, which is honestly surprising. He's leaving the rest of the DTs open, so maybe he's actually a bit comfy on that. Maybe he's expecting Lugium to try and go for it and hope for a breakpoint. This is actually really interesting, the second ban phase. I did not expect this at all.
Yeah, I think the most expected ban there for AimlessFreak was gonna be the DT1, because I think on DT3 he has the tapping for that, and I think if he practices it enough, the AR won't be as much of a problem. So I think HR1, I think Lugium is just very good at the hard rock aim in general. I mean, if you look at his top plays, it is hidden hard rock, but I mean, group hidden, it's most likely easier for you. So I think it's a fairly good analysis there from AimlessFreak. He does go for Nomad 3 right after, so he doesn't want to give up his hidden pull just yet, leaving that till later. See if Lugium goes for the hidden 1, or maybe even pick hidden 2 into him, who knows. But first, we'll have to see what Lugium can do on the Nomad ult.
This is really interesting. Nomad 3, first over the hiddens. Seems like AimlessFreak might not be too prepared or too comfortable on those maps just yet. But you did mention, yeah, I also agree with you. We're probably going to be seeing those maps later on, but it seems like he's going to be picking this set, this map before those HDs. So let's see what he has. Do think Lugium is most comfortable on the Nomad, so I can see this being contested just like the Nomad 4. We already see misses from both sides. The aim control, the unorthodox flow. It's one of those more weird alt tests that you might not be too comfortable with if you're not a bona fide aim control player per se. So far, both of these players, they find the misses, they find the struggles, but Lugium, he does have the accuracy lead, so I think he's doing pretty well so far. It's a decently long map, and fairly equalized. It's just gonna come down to whichever player just finds a really strong combo to maintain that lead for them in the latter parts.
Lots of early slip-ups here from sort of the map. I mean, it's understandable seeing as it is alt. Very volatile, as I said. You have to ease yourself into it very much. It's not something you can get into right from the start. Unlike AIM, but AimlessFreak continuing to miss is not what you want. That's what you want to see as your first pick after that second ban phase. Very confident here for AimlessFreak, but there's a chain miss from Lugim, and that keeps things equal. It's still 20,000 in favor of him, but it's still halfway through the map. Plenty of time to go, and it is AimlessFreak with the accuracy lead. So soonly, we will see him take back that score lead very shortly. He does not have much combos, so the multiplier here is not very high. And they both see the scores here at the half. He knows AimlessFreak's gonna have to combo here very hard, as Lugim can still put up a fight. He's not disabled on this. 1-6 comes in, no one breaks on it. Actually, an SS for both players. And now that Skoy is soon put on AimlessFreak, but not if he misses like that. Both players do miss at the same time though, so now we're seeing the lead stay at the middle there. AimlessFreak and Lugim trading misses continue, and now we're 1 foot of the way to the map with no clear winner.
Oh my god, it's literally a battle of attrition here. I feel like with the situation as it is, with both of these players completely missing at the same time. AimlessFreak though with a big chain miss, and this time it's not traded. I was about to say, this might just be a battle of which player just holds the better accuracy. But AimlessFreak, right when he needed to hold there, right when he needed to match Lugim there, just completely missed on an entire stream. And that's immediately 50k, 60k now over to Lugim on his own pick. Lugim is not looking to trade it this time. He's finally found his comfortable spot. He does find the misses. He does lose the lead a little bit, but it's being traded here. AimlessFreak just cannot find his footing at all. Lugim, he's done enough. He's held his own, and he's looking to get another breakpoint on the Nomad.
Oh my god. That is tragic there from AimlessFreak. 21 misses and 93 act. Not what you would expect from AimlessFreak on an alt map. That is very surprising. And like even more surprising is it's Lugim up 3 points against AimlessFreak, and he gets the next pick again, and it's DTG right after that. Are we seeing match point from Lugim here?
Oh man. I mean, I don't know, man. This is gonna be a tough one for AimlessFreak to try and pull back. I mean, granted, we haven't seen AIM yet. He still has HDs. But Lugim has another DT that he could potentially go for next. He still has HR3 as well. Lugim could potentially just swiftly put an end to AimlessFreak's run in the winner's side of the bracket, as long as he plays his game here. Granted, that Nomad 2 a little bit close. This one, though, a completely different beast as the higher AR. And the aim control from the flow alt is going to be there. It's a very short map, but I would definitely put my money on Lugim over AimlessFreak. And it takes a little bit of a while to load in. There you go. But yeah, so far, quite equal. More equal than I honestly thought. Seems like AimlessFreak kind of practices a little bit. It is a very short and accessible map. But once this map starts to get going, it is incredibly brutal to hold on if you're not too comfortable with DT as a whole.
Here comes the first KI. Both players holding on to their combos still, but the finger control is unrelenting. No one dropped too much accuracy. AimlessFreak, meanwhile, he's actually gaining on the accuracy. So it feels like he's actually practicing this one. He's not tapping gap, and the AR seems like he's unfazed as well. And Lugim, poised to take match point here, is now being threatened with this DT3 FC still from AimlessFreak. He's not going to act. Doesn't keep the score lead from snowballing at all. Both players do keep their combo, but here comes another KI. Lugim jumps to the act as well, AimlessFreak, and that keeps the accuracy very much in fair. And fair, actually, Lugim takes it just a little bit, but that doesn't. What? They're still going.
They're still going. It's a double FC. AimlessFreak has done his homework. Lugim, he knew exactly what to pick. On paper, I thought this would be very good for him. But AimlessFreak is putting up, he's putting up a fight, and both of them know it. The nerves, the stress, it's gonna be starting to kick in. On the final TI, it's going to come down to the wire. And AimlessFreak, he just cannot hold it. Lugim, he's looking to take this away. The plan, the strategy is going to work flawlessly. It may have been close, but he's going to close it out without a doubt. He finds the miss. He doesn't have the FC, but he's done the damage. It's a 140k lead, 150k, and he has match point under his belt.
AimlessFreak, S rank from both players there. They both slider broke. What? It's only slider break for both players. And
So close.
very much unexpectedly, AimlessFreak actually put up such a solid fight on that. Like I said earlier, I feel like he's not tapping capped on this at all. It's only like 198 and there's no longer streams on this. So I feel like he practiced this very well, seeing as he does have the good accuracy as well. It's not combo game at all. But Lugim just came out on top on the combo, just not breaking for another 100 over AimlessFreak, and that gives him the opportunity for match point here. 4 maps in a row to try and prevent tiebreaker. No Mod 1 comes out first, and we'll see if AimlessFreak's nerves can hold on for the rest of this match.
God. AimlessFreak seems to have been pushed to his limit here. There's no one to back him up, no one here to help him out. He's on his own, and so far he's not looking good. Lugim has just looked to be the better player so far in this match, and something needs to happen right here, right now, if AimlessFreak wants any sort of a chance of winning. He needs to force tiebreaker. He needs to win his picks and 2 of Lugim's picks, I believe, in order to have a shot at that. And it has to start here. It's no Mod 1. Seems like he is just not confident at all on any of the other maps on the modded picks. So he's just gonna go for the final no mod left in play, the aim. AimlessFreak, contrary to his name, you know, very solid on the aim, comfortable, decently solid in terms of aim skill cap. I believe he got one of the top scores on 6.5 week no mod 1. But Lugim, you know, I've been saying this for the entire match. This guy is really, really solid on the no mods. I feel like if you're gonna go against him, you should just not pick no mod at all. And you know, we're seeing it right here. Very, very clean cursor. He knows that he is comfortable in a very, very solid and comfortable spot in this match. He just needs to play well and keep it going. 99.3, 99.5 so far in the accuracies. No misses just yet. It's the first Ki. This is more of a consistency test. It runs for 4 minutes and 25 seconds. It's gonna come down to which player finds that first mistake first.
Both players here, neither ones have dropped yet. Lugim wants to close this out on this map right here. He wants it as early as possible, not letting AimlessFreak any sort of opening here to try and get back to his own match point. Because, you know, if you remember, Hidden 1 and Hidden 3 are still open. So right after this, AimlessFreak can take advantage of that, seeing as it is his pick. Is this Lugim's pick, right?
This is AimlessFreak's pick.
Wait, this is AimlessFreak's pick?
Yeah, Lugim's last pick was DT3. That was
I just realized. What?
Yeah.
Wait, that is actually insane. I am so surprised AimlessFreak has not picked a single head in this match.
Yeah, and you know what that means? Contrary to what you said, that means AimlessFreak is only going to have the opportunity to pick only one of the HDs. He can't abuse both HD1 and HD3. I feel like he hasn't gone for it the entire match. He's probably just uncomfortable, honestly. And so he went for the Snow Mod 1 instead. The match the players, they just completely disappeared. What the hell just happened? Mr. Streamer?
Plenty of time on this match. We'll see if anyone's broken though. That's Banjo from Lugim. Maybe AimlessFreak is disconnected?
No way. That would be tragic. Lugim's still holding that FC. Where did AimlessFreak go though? Does he still have the FC or not? Is he even playing or not? And clients trying to load him in. He is just not showing up. Lugim, he still has 99.75.
What is that?
AimlessFreak, where did he go? Lugim is just playing on his own. It looks like he's just playing in solo, looking to get some PP out of this map. What's happening? Vance, what are you doing? it's Falcom Sound Team, bro. Come on, we can't. We already have a hype as Nomad 1 and you're not even gonna let us commentate it.
What do you mean? This map is mid as hell, bro.
Shut up, Benz. You're bald. You're mid as hell.
Definitely not a mid score from Lugim though. He's still FCing, and if AimlessFreak is also FCing, we're missing out quite a lot here. But
Where is he?
it's such a
he
powerful
found the
scorer.
miss!
Whoa. Was that real?
Yeah, that's a real miss from Lugim. AimlessFreak needs to have FC'd the map for him to have won. There's a chance here.
Oh my
Even though he doesn't have the accuracy lead, I'm assuming, as he was down like 0.2 right before he disappeared. So he just needs to have FC'd. What happened? Is it done?
I think so. I'm looking at the MP link here. It hasn't loaded in just yet.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
With a
What
one
has
miss from
happened?
Lugim.
It's a match in progress. What's happening here? I'm booting the MP link up and I still don't see the initials of AF showing up on my screen. Where has this guy gone?
Nothing from in-game chat as well. So I feel like AimlessFreak is actually just disconnected.
I feel like it is so. His score is just not showing up. I feel like he just stopped loading in, and the servers just weren't able to grab his score on. So gonna be left hanging here. AimlessFreak left the match. We're gonna have to wait for a local from AimlessFreak to wait and see what happened.
Oh, that's tough.
It did not submit, guys. It did not submit. It shows up on the MP link that AimlessFreak was not there. He did not submit the score. He needs to have gotten a combo of above 1,432 and a score of above 836k to have won this. We're gonna be waiting for AimlessFreak to drop the local, as I'm not sure it's confirmed just yet. It's gonna be really tough to top that score from Lugim. Very, very strong performance from keeping up the momentum. But there's still chances. On the Nomad 1, anything can happen. So who knows, maybe this is the start of a comeback. AimlessFreak suddenly turned on hacks, disappeared, and then SS the rest of the map or something. I don't know. Where has this guy gone?
No response yet from AimlessFreak. He actually went offline at this score. That's not a good sign.
I think he got beakled, bro. He actually got beakled. This guy just
Ref
disappeared.
is calling the win already, but we're not sure yet.
What
If
the
it's
hell
if it's PC crashed, I think it's over.
If this
and there's
PC
no
crashed,
score.
then yeah, honestly. PC crashed, power went out, internet went out. I mean, he just needs to boot up some data and like send a screenshot. What is happening?
Response.
Where did this guy go? AimlessFreak, I mean, where actually did this guy go? Internet fucked off, sniped by the Bicolanos or something, I don't know. What the hell? Also
Either
could be
way,
up, down out.
it's been this is a crazy performance from Lugim. 6
Yeah.
to 1 AimlessFreak potentially, and even just taking him to match point is insane. Lugim, I don't think many people expected this, for Lugim to even have an advantage coming into this match. AimlessFreak didn't seem like he was playing his best.
Yeah.
Even if he does come back here, I feel like we're already calling this match. Lugim 6-1, as there is no response for AimlessFreak. He has just completely disappeared off the planet.
Yeah. I think that's gonna be it. Without any response, we're just gonna have to call it here. Either way, I feel like it was it's very difficult to top that score from Yugim. Kind of an underlooked player on the scene. But man, oh man, did this guy show up. We just kept seeing no mod after no mod, and this guy just showed up on practically every map. Even with the no mod 6, a solid score from him. And then right after that, he just took it away. Every single map, no mod 2, no mod 3, no mod 4. Well, no mod 4 you're supposed to lose, but we'll count it. And then the no mod 1 right at the end with an 800k. This guy, he's one to look out for, and that's what the Invitational is all about. You rise up, you put in the effort, you practice everything, and you try to lessen your weaknesses and get better and better as each round passes by. So Lugim, he takes down AimlessFreak, hailed to be one of the strongest leading prospects in the 5WCPH scene. There he goes off to the losers bracket to wait for his next opponent. And now Lugim, he advances the quarterfinals off of a very, very strong performance. GG will play the best both players. I guess with that, we still have no replies. Honestly, I don't know what happened, but I think that's just gonna be it. Yeah, that's gonna be it. AimlessFreak down to the losers. Lugim, I believe, facing Marklore next. So that's gonna be a very fun and interesting match. Lugim, one of the new up-and-coming players, and Marklore, I believe he has been here for a while. He has his fair share of experience, so it's gonna be interesting. The new hot shots versus the old dogs. So stay tuned for that. That's gonna be coming up next week. We still have a couple of matches still coming soon in a couple of hours as well as tomorrow. So stay tuned for the announcements. The pings will come. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this match. It's been me, Gabres, as Left Rail, from the commentators booth, Benz as your streamer. We'll be seeing you guys for the rest of Invitational. That's it for this match. Bye-bye.